Hi, Andre. We're having some problems with V17. It's kind of intermittent. The compensation, the step compensation versus the torque is working excellently. But here's what's happening, and it's been happening with almost every unit. This unit right here was just brought to me by Canic. Canic threw a freak table into it, and he left it at 2.1 gigs. So I've got the MIB, so I'm doing a check on it right now. So I haven't seen this at all, and this was calibrated on another computer. But when I do the calibration on this computer, I get the same results. What happens is this unit has not been in the MIB at all. This is right out of the config. So I plug in my power. It's going to go through its initialization, and it should end up at 1700 megahertz because that's the first time that it goes into MIB. It ends up at the low, the first. And you can see here that it's sort of got it, but it doesn't. We were getting almost within 500 kilohertz. Okay, that's sitting way high. So, but anyways, that's not the problem. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna run it through one command. I'm gonna run it to 1900 megahertz. You can see it's compensating for the steps, and the offset's back. And this is actually one of the first times I've seen this. We've had maybe 10 units come across. They've all of them have been okay. This is a new scenario. Here's what the problem is that we've been encountering. I'm sitting 1900. I'm going to power cycle. And we come back, and when this starts to initialize, it goes up frequency a little bit. That one didn't do it. Damn it. Okay. That worked perfectly, except for we got the offset. What happens on quite a few units is that, say I'm at 1900, you saw there how it just, the shaft went in one direction. It went straight down to the home and then back. Many times when I plug this in, the shaft does the same movement as before. It goes up frequency. As soon as it does that, I know it's losing its home. So it doesn't go back to the home as we know it. It goes approximately, it looks like maybe 300 to 400 steps past the old home and comes back and resets the home to that. And that that offset stays throughout the commands. Then I can go back to the config mode, and although I can get back roughly to the same spot, it's not exactly this with the same number of steps that I had before. Does not come back to that same spot, and it's off by 8 or maybe 10 steps or high. So we've got two situations right here. This is intermittent. This came back fairly well, except for we originally did not get to where we wanted. But the real problem, the reason that we made this video up, I wish it would have worked so it would have been easier for you to see, is that on the recycle, it goes up frequency real quick like it used to, like it did with V10, up, down, and then it just loses its home. comes back and it sits around 1551 megahertz, but on the display it will still show that it's sitting at 1900. So we've lost the home by about 350 steps, 350 megahertz, which is actually more than 350 steps. So hopefully that'll let you know what's going on better than I could explain texting. Okay, so as soon as you figure something out, let us know, because we're knee deep in deliveries right now. Okay, thanks.